Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel today, and you join me on FC25. And as you can see by the title of the video, today we're going to be talking all things bronze pack method. Now, first of all, I just want to say, for those who saw the first episode of the RTG and wondering, have you just not been on the game? I have, but I haven't been recording for YouTube. I just think putting the RTG up onto YouTube isn't really going to be beneficial for me. So I thought I would come and make the videos on the channel this year about how to get the most out of your RTG. Now for me, I'm running a first owner RTG, so that means no FIFA points apart from the ones that came on the game with the Ultimate Edition. I say FIFA points, I mean FC points now, of course. So I can't spend money to open packs, and I also can't buy players from the transfer market. So two important things for me is A, making coins so I can afford to do the evolutions and afford to do any player SBCs that come out, and B, it's about getting packs so I can pack myself some better players. Now my team at the moment, just for reference, looks like this. We have been fairly fortunate in some of our pack luck. We've got the Evolved Reinders there. We've got the Evolved Jesus. We got Zaccagni and Kvara just yesterday. We've got Ishak up there. We've had a Trent. We've got Romero. We've got Lisandro Martinez. We've got Udogi. We've got Alisson. We've got some good guys on the bench. Kanji, Nunmensch, Odegaard. We've got the Alex Garcia SBC. We've got the Guti from the pre-order hero. We've got the gold from season progress. I've got a Pender on there. I've got Raya, got Hernandez, Elise, Donnarumma, Kante. I've got a few other things here and there in the club as well. We've got some fodder there. Irene Paredes, Shaw. We've got Gyökeres. You know, we've got some decent players. We've got some decent players already in the club. But none of that is relevant to today, of course. Today is all about the bronze pack method. Now, the first rule of bronze pack method is there are no rules with bronze pack method. You can pretty much do bronze pack method however you want to do it. The only thing that you have to do is, of course, open bronze packs. Now, the first thing to understand about making coins with bronze pack method is you need to understand why certain things sell and why certain things don't. Now, there's two things in my mind which are going to cause bronze packs and bronze pack players, just bronze players rather, I should say, bronze players to increase in value. That being objectives and SBCs. Now, I'm very much eyeing a lot of bronze pack method over Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when a lot of the general players are going to get onto the game. They're going to be wanting to do those starter SBCs. A lot of casual players have all put points onto the game, so they will have coins to do it. Now, the SBCs which bring these up are, of course, going to be the foundation SBCs. A lot of these are completed with bronze players, and a lot of people are too lazy to go and figure it out for themselves, even for ones where you don't need any chemistry, so they head over to your Futbin or whatever site you use for solutions, and they will just pick a solution and buy the player. Little do they know that that player being in that solution is why that player isn't 200 coins and it's maybe 400 or 500 coins, but because they're casuals on the game and they're probably going to open a load of points anyway, they don't really care if they're spending too much on a player because they just want to get the SBC done and they can't use their brain to do it. Some other things that bring the bronzes up is also marquee matchups. Now, I've already completed mine, but the first segment of the marquee matchups allowed you to use bronze players and you needed a Turkish player. So, bronze Turkish players went up and are still selling at a minimum of about 300 to 400 coins. Things like the Early Access Challenge, something else which brings bronze pack or bronze players up because it's a lot of solutions had bronze players in. I think you had a minimum rating of 65 rated, which we like because bronze players go into solution, and when you pack one of those players in the solutions, they'll be up and you can sell them and make some coins. All of my coins, bar maybe 20 to 30k, that you can see up in the top right above my head, have all been made through bronze pack method. Now, that's why the bronze pack method is working, and that's what makes it work. But we also have to look at objectives as well, because this will also cause bronze pack method players, or the bronze pack method, to be better. Objectives at the moment, you will see in the seasons, we got the World Tour Spain, which is you need to play 15 matches with Liga F players, 15 matches with La Liga players, 15 matches with Spanish players. So automatically I'm thinking Spanish players, especially if they're from La Liga F or La Liga. Maybe not. There are some Spanish players which are more expensive than others, but they're good if they're from La Liga or Liga F. And you will also see that the squad foundations, Liga Portugal and Liga F there as well. So you will see that those cards are probably going to be up in value as well, which is fantastic. But I digress. So that's what's causing bronze players to be up in value. It's SBC solutions and or objectives which are going to bring them up in value. Now the next stage is opening the bronze packs. What do you sell and what do you keep? Because quite honestly, not everything is going to sell. You know, those random Irish League players, they will eventually sell, but you might have to relist them 20 to 30 times, where you've got a card there that isn't selling, where you could be opening more bronze packs and filling your transfer list with players that are selling. So I think we'll go over to the store and we'll crack open a few packs and we'll see what we get. Now I will open my Premium Gold preview pack here, just in case I get a banger on camera. I don't think it's going to be one. It's a striker from Canada. It's Jonathan David. He certainly isn't going to be worth us spending that money on the pack, is he? Anyway, I digress. Let's jump over to bronze packs. There's only one bronze pack you can open. It's the premium bronze pack at 750 coins. Now, this is why I like bronze packs. On bronze packs, you can never lose coin value, and here is why. Let's open one up. You might lose coins, but you'll never lose the value. The value of the bronze pack is always going to be more than 750 coins, and I'll explain why. So we've opened this pack here. We've got 4 players. Instantly, I know that all 4 of those players are going to have a minimum value of 200 coins. Now, I might not be able to get those 200 coins right now from them, but I know at some point, if I wanted to, all of these cards would sell for 200 coins. So let's say all of them did sell for 200 coins. Let's say they're gone. We've got 800 coins. We're also getting 225 coins from discarding the cosmetic items, the consumables. So I've made 1,000 coins back. I've made 250 coins back. And that's from a pack that I haven't even checked player prices on. I'm just presuming all of them are going to sell for 200 coins. So let's check the player prices. We got Xi Jibao. They're rares. The rares generally will sell. I will sell all the rares. Now you might choose to keep the rares that aren't selling for more than 200 coins. Why would you want to keep them? Well, when things like Icon SBCs come out, generally there is a segment where you would put the bronze rares into, and a lot of people might be on that. But for me, I want to, at the moment, I want to make back as many coins as I can from the packs. You can keep whatever you want. You might have another income source on your foot account, meaning that bronze pack method isn't going to be your main income of coins. You can basically choose what to sell and what to keep. You might choose to keep everything that isn't selling for at least 250 coins. Anything selling at 200 coins, you may choose to keep. Now, if you want to do that, that's totally up to you. But for me, for bronze rares at the moment, I am selling them. They're going up on the market. Of course, if they don't sell within 3 or 4 relists, I'll then store them into the club. But at the moment, I'm getting them gone. We also have this guy here. We have got Fessari. And again, I'm going to sell him for 200 coins. Now, here we get to the non-rares. And this is where I'm a little bit picky to what I'm selling. I'm looking at nation, I'm looking at league, I'm also looking at the first page. If I look at the first page and I see within the first page there are cards selling, if I get to the sixth player rather, and that sixth player isn't expiring over 3 minutes time, anything under 3 minutes on that first page, I'm not bothering to sell right now. That's going into the club. Apologies, I had someone at my door. I've completely lost my train of thought. As I was saying, yes, if we look at a player, they're not selling they've still got a list up within like a minute or 2 minutes. I'm going to keep them in the club. Now, we'll talk about what you can then do with them in your club later in the video, but let's get through a few packs first. So bend over. She's going into the club. Now you can check the kits to see if they're selling. Generally, they're not going to. I haven't seen any of the kits that are selling. You might want to check the rare ones. But at the moment, they're just going into the club. Now we've got a situation here. We've got Bio, who is a duplicate. So I'm going to have a look at him. He's selling within a minute of 24. So I've got a decision to make. Do I A, get rid of him? B, put the Bio I've got into an SBC and put that one back into the club? Or C, do I sell him? For me, I'm just discarding it. At the moment, I'd rather just stockpile the bronzes into the club. If it got to the stage where I was getting loads of duplicates, then maybe I would reconsider and maybe put it into a bronze upgrade. But we'll cover that in a moment. Let's just pretend we didn't have Bio, and Bio's gone into the club. So we're quick selling everything else, and that's gone. And then we'll get into another one. We'll do 4 or 5 here to see what other stuff we get. So we're going to get Struns there. Now you'll also notice that certain positions are selling more than others as well. Now I know with this Struns card, he probably isn't going to be selling, which he isn't. He's not an ideal, he's not a rare, he's not got a good nation, he's not got a good league, and isn't really needed for any of the SBC. So he's going to go into the club. We've then got Killip here. Now, Killip is a player I would sell. You'll see on the first page, you got up to 8 minutes, so I think there's selling opportunity there. He's going to be gone. We've got Kurtulus here. Again, borderline, I would say we'll keep him into the club. All of the rest of that, my consumables, I keep in the club, just because I'd like to collect them all. You don't have to, you could just discard them every pack. But I'm going to keep the consumables. We got Wei Zhui here, who isn't selling. So again, I'm just going to discard him. At the moment, like I said, I don't want to do anything with the cards. If we get any duplicates, that's just that. Now here we got a good player here. We've got a desirable player. It's a Spanish player. They are in La Liga 2. But it is a Spanish player. And as you can see, we might get 300 coins for him. So I'm going to try and get 300 coins for that card. We have Chakrabarti here, who isn't selling. So he stays in the club. And we've got Jones. He's MLS left wing. He might be selling. He isn't. So he's going to stay as well. We have got a rare kit there. But again, the rare kits aren't selling. But we have got something that is selling here, which is the managers. Always check the managers. Hard to find a price of them, really. I mean, you can kind of price them however you wish to, really. I'm going to price this one up at about 1,900 coins. And just see if it sells, and everything else is gone. Now you see, if I get 1,900 coins for that manager, that's going to cover me at least 2 bronze packs now. So anything that I get in these bronze packs is going to be pure profit. Another thing that you can get in bronze packs at the moment, as we just get another Spanish card, is a Team of the Week in form. There is a Team of the Week in bronze packs. I haven't yet got it myself, but there is a card in there. So we've got Parada here, who again is going to sell for 250 coins, but it's better than 200. We've got Meyer, who's German, probably will sell, so he's going to go. We've got Murphy in English League 2. Championship cards generally will sell as well, so they're going to be gone. And then we got Kierkegaard, rather. I'm saying that name completely wrong. Who will definitely sell for 200 coins as well. We keep the Bronley badge. The badges, that isn't an extinct badge. It just is always glitched. It doesn't work. Again, you can check the TIFOs. They might sell if you really wanted to. But again, I'm not going to waste the transfer pile space on a consumable that might take me 5 or 6 retries to sell. I would rather get myself a player that's going to sell for more. So we've got number 4 players here. We've got a Turkish player, which is good. You'll see that these guys are up at the moment. So I might try and sell it for 350 just to edge a bit more profit out of it. Of course, you can do that. You know, don't always list for the cheapest because you're missing out on coins, because you might have to wait a bit longer for that card to sell within the hour, but you are going to be making more coins accumulatively, and I don't need the coins for anything right now anyway, so I'm happy to lazy list for buyers. This Chinese player isn't selling. We have a German player here. It's a goalkeeper. Goalkeepers aren't very good for sales, but the left back there, we'll try and get him onto the market. We'll check the rare kit. It's not selling. I'd like to keep it anyway. And we'll get rid of all of that. We'll do a couple more packs here. I'm just cautious on time. Don't want this video to be too long. We've got an Irish player here. Probably not going to be selling, but we'll have a look. Never make any presumptions. Because the most random things can sell. The Irish League player there, it's coming from the English leagues. They always sell quite nicely. We got this guy here who we might be able to stretch 200 coins from. We got Drago here. He's an Italian, but it's a goalkeeper. Honestly, the goalkeepers don't sell very well. I mean, you might sell him because he's Italian, but honestly, I'd just keep him in the club. I'll check the Guignon kit because it is a white kit, and people like plain white kits and black kits. I might try and sell it. I wouldn't usually. But we'll see if it sells. We'll see if it sells. We'll do maybe 2 or 3 more here. We got a nice rated card here. We got Hatiti, or Haliti rather, and he's currently selling just again for 200 coins. So get him on the market. We've got Norman here, who again I generally tend to test the price from like the first 1 or 2 pages, from the first 15 to 20 minutes of transfer lists I'll base it on. We've got another Spanish player here who, again, I see him on there for 250. I'll try and get it up on the market for 300. We'll take the coins there. Again, I'll check the plain black kit. I don't think it'll be selling, which it isn't, but it's always worth a check. Get rid of the rest of that there. We'll go into the bronze packs again. And again, you can do bronze packs however you want. Some people will keep players, for example, from Premier League, Liga, and Serie A, Bundesliga, or Spanish League, and hope that they go up at another point. For me, I'm cashing in on them everything. Right now, I'm not storing anything apart. Anything that sells is going. I'm not storing anything that is selling at the moment for another day. So we get Chavez here. He looks like at the moment he's up at 900 coins. Looks like someone might be trying to price fix him a little bit. Yeah, I might be able to make. I'm risky with that because I'm looking at him and I'm going, it is Saudi League, I suppose. So we'll try and get 600. What you don't want to do with the bronze players that are selling quite well, if you see that their price as you go down is becoming less and less, it might be because they're in a solution. So I would rather take the 600 coins or 500 coins now rather than list him at 700 or 800. He doesn't sell, and in an hour's time he's back down to 200. So I don't want to lazy list too much. I will lazy list generally the cards that have a desirable nation stroke league, but I wouldn't see that player as one, so I think it's a solution keeping him up. This guy isn't selling, and Rish is selling there for 200 coins, so we keep him. Keep everything else. Check the Mexican manager. Again, she might sell, but you're thinking there's not really any Mexican players anyway. That's a nice kit there, the Chesterfield kit. Not selling for anything, but it's a nice kit nevertheless. Get rid of the rest there. We'll do 2 more, just so we got a bit of a stretch on the market here, just so I can show you. I think you've seen everything pop. Now, this is a rare occurrence. You get 3 rares here. Now, this guy is going for 200. A lot of the rares aren't selling for more than 200, unless they're in a solution, of course. But again, I'm thinking I'm getting at least 600 coins back from this pack. Attacking midfielders are selling nicely because of one of the Foundation SBCs. So he will go up for that amount. I know that he's probably in a solution somewhere, so I'll put him up on the market. We've also got Hale here, who is not selling, so that gets stored and that gets deleted. We'll go on to the final pack, and we're going to get Jones. Calling Dr. Jones. Have a look at Jones. She's 200 coins. I think that's a woman. It is. So we get 200 coins there. We get Ferreira. Not selling on him. And Sing Tuna Jom is not selling either. So all that goes there. Norwegian manager. Honestly, might sell. There's a couple of Norwegian players you might need a manager for. But everything else is going into the bin. And you basically just keep doing that until your transfer list is full. My transfer list at the moment isn't full. I believe I have got some cards that I need to relist as well. Always checking your relist prices the best you can for things that aren't just sat at 200 coins. I will just have a quick flick through, and if I see it still at 300, I'll just list it again. Maybe it will sell this time. I'm looking at the German there, and look, this guy's actually gone up a significant chunk of coins. So it's always worth checking the players that haven't sold. Again, your 200 coiners probably haven't. It's the guys that have been on a bit of a higher price, but it's good to check them. You can check them. A lot of the time, they're still going to be at 200. But sometimes they'll have gone up. Like this guy's actually gone down, so he'll be down at 200. Maybe he was in a solution that I didn't check. We've got another guy here at 250. We'll probably just relist him for that. We've got a Spanish guy here at 300. I'll still try and sell for the 300. We got Pacheco here. Just want to check his price as well, just because he's an attacking midfielder. Attacking midfielders and left wingers, I check quite a fair bit. We got this guy here who was at 650. Yeah, maybe a little bit too much. We'll drop him down. We got another guy, another Spanish bloke here. Yeah, maybe a bit too optimistic on that. We'll drop him down to 400. And then I'll just check everything else. Another 300 tier, Spanish man. Yeah, probably not going to get 300. We'll go for 250 there. Get a 450 here in Marizano. Still might sell for 450. We'll drop it down 100 coins. Again, I would rather get them gone so I can use that space to sell somebody else, rather than haggling over 100 to 200 coins and wasting a lot of time. The American manager probably will sell. But everything else we will just relist. So let's pretend I've got a whole list now. You're thinking, well, what do I do? Well, you've got those players in your club. And there's a couple of things you can try with the players in your club. The one thing is, you just let them sit there, which is what I'm doing. You know that they're all 200 coins. And there might be an SBC that comes out at some point that makes them increase in value. So at the moment, I'm just going to leave them there. You know, if I go to my club screen, you'll see that I've got a lot of bronze players sitting there already, I imagine. If we just switch this to bronze, you'll see we got 1, 2, 3. You know, we've got pages of bronzes sitting in here already. So these are all bronzes that are not selling. At some stage, these might sell. Maybe there will be an SBC that needs an Australian player, or it needs a Nigerian player, and they eventually start selling. You'll see that their average, you can see their average selling price on there. So you can go through and check and see if they're actually selling. That will give you a good indication if the cards are selling. Don't think because you're not seeing the average sell price on there that they're not selling, or they're selling for too high. That generally means they're just not selling. If you see one at 200, you might decide to come in and go, okay, well, I mean, I'm not seeing this guy selling anyway. But you can have a look through and see if any of them have got that average coins up. I don't imagine any of them will do, otherwise you would have sold them. But you'll see we've got pages and pages and pages of bronze players already. And I've only started storing these from 2 days ago. The first couple of days, I was selling absolutely everything for at least 200 coins, and it was working. But yeah, I'm just keeping them in my club for now. Your other thing that you can get, if you're not fussed about keeping them in your club, I would say keep them in your club for the moment, because they could go up with another SBC that comes out, or you can just use them to fill in gaps in, there's a lot of SBCs where you need 7 gold players, let's say, for example, and a rating of 70 rated. You've got your golds in there. Now you can just put in 4 random bronzes, and you saved yourself 800 coins down the line. And they're sitting in there maturing. And if I wanted to put them into a silver upgrade or a bronze upgrade at any point, I could. Now, that's what I was going to get onto. What you can do with these is you can throw them all into your upgrades. You can head over to SBCs. You can go to the upgrade section. You can head over to the bronze upgrade. You could throw all them into your bronze upgrade to get your silver players. You could eventually get your silver players to put into your silver upgrade. You get in those gold players who could eventually go into the gold upgrade, and you can get your 2-player pack. I think it's a bit long-winded just to get 2 gold players at the end, but if you wanted to do that, effectively you are generating gold players for free. It's not for free, but you're not having to put any golds that you've packed into it. It's all coming from the bronzes. Now, you could do that. I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm just going to fill the club up with loads of bronzes, and there might be a day where I can cash in on them. If not, they'll be useful for something at some point. But that is basically the bronze pack method. So to sum it up, log on to the game, open bronze packs, set your parameters for what you want to sell. You might wish to try and sell everything. I'm not saying that a card under the threshold that I've sold, that I've told you, that card may well sell and you'll get 200 coins from it. But as I said, you're more than likely going to have to relist that card a fair few times in order for it to sell. Which is why I would rather keep that space open in the transfer list for something that is going to sell within 1 or 2 relists. But get the bronze packs open, sell what you want to sell, keep what you want to keep, and then do what you wish with what you've kept. Either put it into upgrades or store it in your club. You've got 200 coins there if you wanted to sell it, and those 200 coins might become 250 or 300 coins if an SBC does come out requiring that card. But that is pretty much bronze pack method summed up. I think it's the most fail-safe way to make coins with bronze pack method at the moment. To put it simply, unless you're doing things really wrong and you're being very picky about what you're keeping and what you're selling, you will make guaranteed coins. That figure above my head is proof. All of those coins, bar about 10 or 20k, have all come from bronze pack methods. Right from day one, you can start ripping them open. Even if you make 4, you can start doing it if you have 5,000 coins. 5,000 coins is going to get you on your way. You'll get your first few bronze packs. You can start selling the things in there. Now, you might wish to get 10 or 20,000 coins in the bank first. How you go from 5k to 20k? Quite simply, just play the game. Just play the game. Play, 10, 20 matches. Do it on squad battles if you really want to while you're building up your team. You'll get your coins. You'll do some objectives. You'll get packs along the way as well. But yeah, that is bronze pack method. So hopefully you guys have learnt something from this, and hopefully you found it interesting to see my insight on bronze pack method, because different creators are going to have different insights on bronze pack method. This is how I see it. There might be another creator on whatever platform you watch that does it or tells it differently, demonstrates it differently. For me, this is how I do it. I'm not saying that my way is the highway and is the only way, but I find it very effective nevertheless. So for everyone who has watched and got this far into the video, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop us a like and subscribe if you're new for the FC25 content. I'm going to be making videos on the channel this year to try and help your RTG. So anything that I'm doing on the RTG that can help you make coins, I will be putting it on here. Anything that you can do for menu grinding, or even maybe in the gameplay, maybe not so much in the gameplay, but very much just to make coins, generate packs, I will pop it onto this page. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.